Good evening, ladies. Welcome to another Miss G's Ladies Lounge. My name is Candace Young, and today we're going to go over the Woman of the Week, which is Miss Tabitha Brown. Most of you may know her as an influencer, but she is also an actress, an entrepreneur, an advocate for ALS, a vegan enthusiast. She's also a children's show host, as well as an author. Hailing from Eden, North Carolina, another small country girl who had big dreams for herself and for her legacy. Her mother was her biggest cheerleader and always told her to follow her dreams and to stay true to herself. Her mother then became ill with ALS, but that didn't stop Tabitha from fulfilling her goals. And she started by flying out and living her California dream. Now, that California dream, she was experiencing hardship. She wasn't getting enough deals with acting. She was also experiencing financial hardship. She was also flying back and forth to North Carolina to visit her ill mother. In her mother's dying days, she revealed a revelation to Tabitha saying that she will make it and she will succeed. And Tabitha has kept that with her all these years. Soon then, Tabitha also became ill with an autoimmune disease and found that eating vegan foods fully healed her body. So she then goes to Facebook and starts to share her journey on veganism. Um, sorry, okay. Tabitha's breakout didn't come from being an actress. It came from her making Facebook Live posts with a small fan base, just showing the vegan food that she tries whenever she goes out door dashing because that was her job at the time. One viral video later, she is now living her mother's prophecy that she will be successful. She is the true epitome that you can achieve anything at any age, at any point in time, with the faith in God. Miss Tabitha now has several businesses, including her hair care line, as well as merchandise that she sells at Target. And she's also a wonderful author, and I have a few of her books of my own in my own possession. She also came out with a new perfume line with her husband. She has a number of things that she has accomplished in such a short time frame. She is truly inspiring to those who feel like they're too afraid to restart because of their age or because of their heartaches that they have experienced. Let Tabitha's testimony be a driving force for you to get out and get it done. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Candace. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much. Listen, Tabitha Brown is one of my favorites. And when she came to Richmond, Virginia, I was right there to see her. I love me some Tabitha Brown. So
Yes.
thank you so much for sharing that with us on today. You doing okay otherwise?
Yes, I'm doing great.
All right. Well, continue to enjoy your International Women's History Month. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, hey, everybody, we are. I'm sorry, things are going differently than planned, but we are ready for today's episode of Miss G's Ladies Lounge. Welcome, 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 and thank you for being here with us. Thank you once again to our fabulous Candace, who has brought us in with a beautiful introduction for some and presentation for others to Tabitha Brown. As I said, she is an amazing woman, but we know some amazing people right here in Richmond, Virginia, and right here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. They're not always in Virginia, but today she is right here from Richmond, Virginia, and we have such an amazing woman who is with us on today. And so we want to just tell you a little bit about her before we get started. As we are celebrating in this International Women's History Month, it is a time where we do honor the brilliance, the resilience, the leadership, and the legacy of women. And this month, have been featuring five women in particular. So we're at week number 3. And today, each representing their own vision, their courage, and their impact in business and ministry. And the conversations are more than just interviews, they're reflections of influence, they're stories of perseverance, and they are declarations of value. So we continue to explore how women have shaped their journeys and how their work is shaping women today, and how they are committed to preserving and elevating the value of women for generations to come. So, tonight, our featured guest is a woman whose voice, work, and presence continue to make a meaningful difference. And that's none other than the Sharvette. You have to say the when you say her name, the Sharvette Mitchell. And she is the platform builder, which is her trademarked signature program we'll talk more about later. She is the CEO of Mitchell Productions, which is a marketing and professional development firm. And with a 25-year corporate background in Capital One Bank and innovative marketing strategies, she is a beacon for small businesses. Her trademark approach helps build platforms, generating revenue and growth. And as a speaker, an 8-time author, a 9-time conference producer, and host of the Sharvette Mitchell radio show with 780 plus episodes, her insights have resonated across various platforms. Recognized in publications like Yahoo Finance and HuffPost and media outlets like CBS 6, Sharvette is a powerful advisor and consultant in today's competitive market. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Sharvette Mitchell back to the lounge. She's been here before, and we are so happy to have her with us once again. So help me welcome her once again. Woo!
Hello, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Hello to all the listeners and viewers.
Hey, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so happy. I was getting ready to pop the comment, and I was like, "Oh, that's you."
That's
That's right.
me.
We want to say hello to everybody. So, yeah, we are always happy to have you joining us right here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. It's always, an amazing time when you come, because you always give us even something, even if it's something you said before, it is refreshed in our minds, and it comes just like it's brand new all over again.
Wow. Thank
So we always appreciate having you here with us. And we want to say welcome to our streaming audience. If you're here, drop something in the chat so we can know that you're here, and we can shout you out, and we can make sure that we include you in our chat today. So, Sharvette, listen, I want to first um, just give you your virtual flowers
you.
for just being that girl, that
Oh,
woman who we said it on our show last week. I don't know if you got a chance to check. I had Peggy Jackson, who I
yes,
met at
yes,
your conference,
yes.
and we made mention on last week that you are like the connector of
Mm,
women, the connector who brings women not only just to come and just to meet each other, but bringing, and there she is. Hey, Peggy, thank you for joining us on tonight. But not only for bringing us together just to chit chat or anything, but to learn and to grow and to thrive. And so I want to give you those virtual flowers on tonight. There are many women that we can show love to throughout this month, but you are definitely well worthy of your flowers.
Oh,
Thank
and I
you.
receive them. I receive them. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And while I'm on that point, as you like to say, a nice segue,
Yes.
Sharvette has been nominated And I'll let you tell us a little more about that. But she's been nominated. And so you can go to my page, you can go to her page, and we want you to vote for Sharvette. And so tell us about that nomination real quick.
Listen, complete surprise. Had no idea. So shout out to the Metropolitan Business League of Richmond, who supports small businesses, almost kind of like a chamber of commerce. Very connected and all of that. And they have an awards luncheon every year that's coming up in April. And one of the categories is the People's Choice Award. And so I wake up this morning to a notification on my phone from one of my past platform builder clients, Dr. Tabitha Spurlock, saying, "Congratulations, coach." And so I'm like, well, what is this? And so literally that's how I found out about it. It's certainly the details were in my email, but yeah, some kind of way nominated as one of, I think, about 5 businesses. You had to have been in business at least 5 years for this category of the People's Choice Awards. And so you get to vote. And so it takes 3 seconds. So if you can vote, throw a vote in. If not, no pressure. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Go on over there and vote, and let's show up good, big time, as we say, for Sharvette. So Sharvette, I'm gonna let you just, since you've been nominated, we're happy about that. But what do you do? What makes you so special that people want to nominate you? Tell us a little bit about that.
yeah, and thanks for that great introduction that you did. And so, really simply put, I am a marketing coach, a marketing strategist for small business owners. And so, really talking about and helping them position their experiences, their services in front of the right audience by telling the story of their business through branding and marketing. And so that's one of the core things that I do. You mentioned my trademark framework, the platform builder. So there are 6 steps that I walk clients through related to that. In addition, on the professional development side of the house, I spent 25 years at a Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? And 20 of that was in training and development. So our skill set is transferable, right? We don't throw that out the window. So also some team building and some professional development training is also something that we do at Mitchell Productions. And so we do that, all of these things through conferences, which you've been a VIP guest with us, and book collaborations, hot off the press. I haven't even been able to post it yet. We'll be posting it after this. Our 9th book collaboration, Permission Granted. Permission granted. Pre-orders start today, and that's my 9th collaboration with 10 other clients. And so book collaborations, events, Facebook community, and all of these things kind of roll together. And the Sharvette Mitchell radio show, which you've been a part of. And so all of those things together are really around the crux of it is helping people get the word out about their services and their products so that they make more money.
Right, let's do it. Listen, I really appreciate all the opportunities, even as you just mentioned, just so many opportunities, even just to be a part of the conference, seated there, listening in and grasping, what's being given to us. And someone said to me, we were talking yesterday about the conference coming up, and I said, "Well, I secured my little seat."
Yes, you
They
did.
said, "Well, it's not till November." I said, "Honey, you got to get them tickets quick because they'll be gone before you know it."
Listen, platformbuildersummit.com. And the cool thing is we have just easy, pay. You can just do your little payment. You don't even have to think about it and you're done. And so that's a benefit of being early pre-sale. Plus the tickets are the lowest that they will be. So they ain't going to do nothing but go up from here.
Nothing but up from here. So, so Sharvette, let me ask you. I just want to dive into this Women's History Month. There's so many wonderful women out there. But I want you to just take a moment and think back to your youth or at the start of your entrepreneur journey, and share 2 or 3 women who have significantly influenced your path, and your success that you have achieved even to today.
Yeah. So gotta start with my biological mother, Betty
Yeah,
Jean Stanley Mitchell. I have to start there with her
absolutely.
because, and I mentioned this on another podcast, I was privileged, I'll say it that way, to have a mother, a parent who loved her career. She's a
Mm,
nurse, and Gwen,
mhm.
you all in the
Yeah.
same profession. 37 years, 40 years retired now for my mother, but she loved her career. And so I count that a privilege because there's so many women, if we talk about Women's History Month, who are working in careers that they don't, it's
Mhm.
not fulfilling. It's a lot of, all of that. And I'm not saying she had all rosy days, but I
Right.
think there's something that I was able to glisten from, that she operated in a place that she loves till today. Like, we had to make her stop nursing.
Yeah.
We had to make her stop. So I count that as a privilege. So she really, as far as work ethic and all of
Mhm.
that, like, such a great example, 1000% supporter of everything that I do. I'm sure she's going to be commenting on this video
Right.
or at some point.
Yes.
So certainly my mother just being a role model and example. And again, that privilege, I will say, of
Mhm.
someone who loved their career. And so the second woman that I would certainly recognize would be my faith leader, one of my faith leaders, which Metropolitan Archbishop Olive C. Brown,
All
who
right.
I've been under her ministry since I was 15, technically 15. And so I'm
Wow.
many more moons ahead of that now. But
Mhm.
has always been a constant supporter. And so when you talk about, going into entrepreneurship full time, which I did
Right.
in February 2018,
Mm.
she was one of the first people who I told, and she was like, "Yes, you can do it. Go, do, move,
Yeah.
go, do it. You can do it." And so that support system. And so if I had another bucket,
Mhm.
I would have to kind of put in a category, like my core friends would
Okay.
be my girlfriends. Like, that would
Right.
be like really kind of like that third bucket of
Okay.
um, just really, and I don't want to start naming names, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my core friends know who they are. And
Yeah.
just being able to be myself with them has just been a
That's
blessing in life.
awesome. That's really good because a lot of people don't, they don't put that much into their friends. They're
Mm-hmm.
friends only for certain things.
Yeah.
Um, so when you have friends that can help you pivot in life or be inspirational to you, that is really an amazing thing. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So with all of your experience in life and the things that you've seen going on, because I know you've seen a lot, good
A
and bad,
lot.
as they say, right? Have you ever experienced a moment when you witnessed women impacted by some formative changes that triggered, your passion to change the narrative for women?
Mm.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
that you have, but let's hear about it.
Yeah. What I see in particular. So when I started my business, I started as a web designer. We don't do that anymore. But in that experience, I worked with men and women. I worked with men,
Mm,
but more as the years kind of rolled on, more and more I saw how, from a marketing standpoint, women were a little bit more reserved,
okay.
or a more questioning, or more
Mhm.
maybe doubting, or more, versus men. If they, and there are studies that show, if men can, they'll go for a job that they only know this amount, and they'll
Right.
say, I know this much, and that's enough for me to go after. Whereas women, we feel like we have to have 95 to 100% of the credentials or the requirements before we'll
Mhm.
even go after it. And so the same shows up in entrepreneurship. The same
Mhm.
shows up in marketing. And so there was definitely a time that transition from leaving and not doing web design services to fully coaching and consulting, is
Mhm.
where I really recognize, okay, I've got to hone in on women, because women, we need this extra boost. And now I do have men that say, Sharvette, when you gonna do an event for us? When you gonna do a conference? You discriminating, all of that. But there's something particularly powerful that women need, and they
Mhm.
and they get in community. And so
That's
that's why I'm always about community with my Facebook group, or community with my events, or the platform builder program is cohort setting with community. And it's really around that extra bit of confidence, even just say like you can do it, or that constant confidence, I would say, is
Yeah.
something that's needed in the marketing space.
That's good. That's real good. Because um, a lot of people will see things that they know is needed, but
Hmm.
they'll think to themselves, well, let somebody else do it, or I'm not the one, or I just can't. And so it's wonderful that you have stepped out and stepped up, to help others and to be there for others, as well. And in the process, building your own legacy. So that's a wonderful thing. um, so tell us how your work actually affects and empowers women of today, because we know that you work with people with, your strategies and your marketing and your platform building, but how does it really empower women to go on their own and, produce
Yeah.
even in a mental space?
Mm, yeah. So my work is a ripple effect, and
Hmm.
it's how I see it. So if I have a client that is a therapist, and they are more empowered or have a better way to communicate their services, then the clients that they serve that come to
Mm.
them, really the impact of my work impacts their clients.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the next set, if it's a realtor and they're helping people find their dream home, or resell, sell a home that got inherited or whatever, that's like one of the largest purchases most people in their lifetime. And if I'm working with a realtor who then is impacting people with these huge
Mhm.
purchases, that's a ripple effect. If I work with a health related coach who is literally showing people, I think about Plant-Based Penny, who tells
Mm.
people how to eat plant forward and
Right.
reversing diabetes,
Yeah.
like saving lives in essence. And that work is a ripple effect. So that's how I
Yeah.
see the work that I do from a marketing and branding space, is lifting up these really transformational services. And then all of
Yeah.
their clients, the impact is a ripple all the way down.
That's good. I hadn't heard about plant-based penny in a long time.
She's
Where
out in
she
these
been?
streets, honey. Follow her on Instagram. Shout out to
Okay.
Plant-Based Penny. Yeah, she's out here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Because I met her at your conference a long time ago.
Yes.
Hey, Elder Carlethea, glad to see you here. One of our church members joining in. So,
Yes.
I really love all of that. I love as you said, the ripple effect. But I
Mhm.
was thinking while you mentioned something, that it's interesting that some people, they think their work is only geared toward one area or one profession. Like,
Mhm.
most people would say, okay, well, I teach marketing, but I can only teach marketing to people who are in the finance world or
Mhm.
whatever. And so it's great that you have been able to go across the board, and bringing all of these different women and showing how they can connect to each other. What do how did you say in your mind that this is reachable for everyone?
When you start in business, sometimes you don't know like who your customer is.
Hmm.
So you start off serving clients. So
Hmm.
what rises to the top really quickly is who you are not for.
Mm.
So having clarity
Yeah.
of who I don't work best with
Right.
started to give me clarity of who I do work best with. And
Mm.
so I work best with professional service providers. So like
Hmm.
the types of clients that I just mentioned, they provide professional services. I also work best with people that are leaders, and
Right.
so it happens as you go, as you work, you find out who you don't work the best with,
Hmm.
and then it rises to the top of who you really do work the best with. And then you made a great point about collaboration and connection, which is, listen,
Yeah.
others all around the world
Hmm.
have learned we're going to do this better if we do
Hmm.
it together. And
Together.
so there may be a little bit of catch up and something that we might have to do, but
Hmm.
we are going to make it in this, if you see a contract, can we partner on the contract? If you see something over here, what can I provide? Or even if it's just, if I need flowers, can I find a woman of color that sells
Right.
flowers? And just being
Right.
intentional of either how you're spending your money or connections. And so I know that Mitchell Productions, we've been really intentional of some of the things that we're working on. Matter of fact, I'm putting a proposal together right now that will
Mm.
involve a client, and it's not in the genre that I am particularly in, but we need her expertise. So it's going to be
Mm.
a blessing to her. It's going to be a blessing to me. And so I feel like we should be doing more of that.
That's good. That's good. And yeah, moving outside of what seems comfortable and what seems normal is definitely needed as well. And sometimes we don't realize that. I was looking at some singers. I don't know if you're familiar with Tommy and Toby that
Yes,
sing with Donald Lawrence. And I
been
saw
following
them
them for
singing.
years.
Yeah, and I saw them doing a recording with, he looked like he was a country singer or something. And I was like, wow, sometimes we think we only belong in this one box and we're used to them being those gospel singers, but they have moved and spread their wings. And so, that's great when you learn that some of the things that we do can be, as you said, transferable in more than one way. Yeah.
Yeah, and country music, they
Hmm.
make some of the most, when they do a concert, it sells out. They
Yeah.
not like
Right.
y'all waiting till let me see if I can get buy the boots and then I'm gonna get my ticket. They sell
Hmm.
out right away.
Right
So
away.
it's a very smart move because,
Uh-huh.
but it's
I love
true.
it.
It's true. So, and I think in not that I think I know, in this time period, we have
Mhm.
all got to be thinking, whether you're an employee, whether you own a business, we have to all be thinking, where else can my skill set be used?
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
all we all have to be thinking that way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. So you've been doing so many great things. And we're talking even now about, women and fitting into various places in the world. How do you feel that the world itself views the value of women in today's society and where that's headed in the future?
Mhm. So certainly we've come a long way. Certainly,
Mhm.
we have come a long way. Still more ways to go. I do feel like this kind of onslaught of AI is doing something similar that the internet did, of kind of leveling the playing field. So there,
Mm.
at some point, if you're expert in AI, it's not going to really matter if you're male or female
Right.
in these roles and things.
Mm.
So, but we still have certainly work to do. Men are
Mhm.
still paid more than women on traditional jobs.
Mhm.
Companies, in particular African American women, don't get the funding. If you talk about venture capital and like somebody
Mhm.
seeding millions of dollars,
Right.
other races get more money than it
Mhm.
was, in particular, again, African American women. So there's definitely ways to go. We have come a certain way.
Mhm.
Hopefully, and African American women, we're the largest growing group of entrepreneurs. We're
Yes,
the
yes.
fastest growing group of entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
So there's ways to go, ways we've come, but I do feel like AI may be a help in certain areas, in certain industries.
Mm. Okay. And you have certainly helped to introduce us not to, because a lot of people look at AI in
Mhm.
a negative light, and
Mhm.
where there's negative light in pretty much everything. One of the things that you have done from the beginning is to show us how we can use AI to build and not be afraid of what we encounter,
Yeah.
but also using wisdom
Yeah.
as we use that. And so I appreciate that because I have become real good friends with my Chatty G. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, we have to learn how to be productive where we are in the times that
Mhm.
we are in. And I know people who are still afraid to get online and
Yeah.
get on the internet and all of that. And we was talking to one of the ladies the other day about that, and she was saying, no, her daughter's on here, and she was saying, no, I'm not going to be doing nothing online. And we said the days might come where you actually just have to. There's nothing else you can do. So
Yeah.
yeah. So listen, I appreciate you. And I'm like you say all the time, I want to be mindful of your time because you know I can go on. But I really appreciate you joining us on today. And
Thank you.
you've shared, as I said, so many great things already. But just give us, that one nugget that you feel that will be very helpful to the ladies that are listening in today, that will help us even to make this International Women's History Month of 2026, more valuable than what we've seen previously.
Yeah. So what I would say is something I'm going to echo from my summit, the Platform Builder Summit from 2025, and then that is what you have and what you offer is worthy of consideration. So
Hmm.
whether you're on a job and you're tinkering with if you're going to go for that promotion or that lateral move or that upper move, if you're a business owner and you're trying to decide, am I being too salesy? Am I going to ask for the sale? What you have to offer, skill set, product, service, is worthy of consideration. And so don't hold yourself back from putting it out because somebody is looking for what you have to offer. Somebody somewhere is looking for what you have to offer, and they need an opportunity to be offered it. So
Now that's real good. And I'm gonna throw on there. And if you don't do it, someone else is gonna come along and do it. And they're probably not even gonna be as qualified as you are. A lot
very
of
true.
times that's what
Very
happens.
true.
But
Yeah.
because they were willing and they were not afraid, you know. Yeah, so I love that.
Absolutely.
I
Bingo.
love that. And
Absolutely.
your quote, as you always say, opportunity. Go ahead.
Dances with those already on the dance floor. H.
Already on
Jackson
it.
Brown Jr. That is from H.
Yes,
Jackson Brown.
yes,
The
yes.
opportunity to dance. It's not gonna come pull you off the sideline. It's not gonna come pull you from the bathroom. You have to already be on the dance floor. If you don't know nothing but a two-step, if you don't know nothing but a rock, get on the dance floor and rock in place. You don't have to know the Tania
Absolutely.
dance or the electric slide. Just get out on the dance floor and of life. Yeah.
I know that's right. So listen, Sharvette, thank you so much. I'll
You.
call you Elder Sharvette because you are an elder in the Lord's church, and we appreciate you. We appreciate your gift, because you've been preaching and prophesying and all kinds of stuff these days. So we really appreciate you, and we appreciate your gift. So tell us what you got going on and what we can look forward to. You gave us a little bit of peeks, but tell us all about it. I'm sorry I
Yeah.
don't have anything to pop up on the screen, but we'll get it into the
Oh, yeah.
notes afterwards.
No problem. So, SharvetteMitchell.com, you see on the screen as my name. So literally you can go to that link, my name, that takes you to my main website. But what we are really excited about is the Platform Builders Summit 2026.
Mhm.
And Gwen, Elder Gwen, this is our 10th year. So this
Yeah,
is our 10th year. So we've got some things just in the works. And so Platform Builders
I'm just waiting for the
Summit.com.
bag.
Yeah, yes. Listen, y'all, the bag is mine is not in here. The bag every year is nothing like it. So
Yeah.
platformbuildersummit.com. You
Mhm.
can yes, it's not till November 13th and 14th here in Richmond, Virginia. Go to pre-sale and register. You can pay in full or you can do a little payment plan and you won't even miss it. You won't even miss it. So that is a conference for those that don't know, a conference for women. If you're in business, I'm going to say ministry, even
Mhm.
nonprofits, and it's all around marketing,
Absolutely.
business development, and all of that. Yes, Erica. Shout out to Erica Brooks, one of
Yeah.
our mastermind clients, and so I think she probably has all of the bags. So
Yeah.
we do a really nice VIP bag. It's not just no little, little stuff
Mhm.
somebody give you with business cards in it. So, so that's the main thing that I am promoting and would want to leave with your audience. The Platform Builder Summit 2026, 10th year. Go to platformbuildersummit.com. Anything else you can find out at SharvetteMitchell.com.
Absolutely. And for those who came in late, we did talk about Charvette's nomination for the Metropolitan Business League. And
Yes.
so we want to make sure that you go and you vote today. It is on Miss G's Ladies Lounge page. You can go there, you can vote, you can go on Charvette's page. I saw a few other platform builder clients and different people sharing. So make sure that you go and you go ahead and vote. And then also, congratulations also on being a co-writer in the Proverbs 31 woman. You got
Yes. Oh my
something going on.
goodness. It's so much going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's like a coffee table book.
Yeah.
So it's beautifully done, full color, front and back. And Proverbs, I was glad to be along with 30 other women.
Mhm.
Proverbs 31. Shout out to Dr. Tyrese McAllister who put that
Yes,
project
yes,
together.
beautiful lady. So yeah, and then we are going to be looking for your announcement for your book. You can even tag Miss G's Ladies Lounge in one of your
Okay.
announcements if you like, so that it'll pop up on our page, and we'll be sure to share that because uh, we definitely need to hear more about permission granted.
Permission granted. Listen,
Listen,
it's so good, and it
yeah,
aligns with kind of the conversation we've had today that a lot of people are
oh,
waiting, for permission from something somewhere when the
yeah,
really the permission is within, inside of you. And then what at this point, what do you have to lose? That's
right,
one of the kind of like, what do you have? What do you have to lose?
yeah,
So no request is too extreme is my phrase for the
mhm,
year.
yes,
No request is too extreme. So I just literally sent over a sponsorship request for
mm,
somebody. We were at Bishop Gail LeGrand Williams and
yeah.
Trusted Connections retreat this past weekend at
Mhm.
the Ritz Carlton in
Right.
Tyson's. And after service, I went in to the bar to get a takeout because that's
Yeah.
all that was open, a takeout for just a little something. And there was a gentleman sitting at the bar and he just started talking. He said, well, tell me about what you do and tell me about. And then he said, well, we like to support events and da 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 da. Gave him
Wow.
my card, took my card. So no request is
I
too
know that's
extreme.
right.
So hopefully I'll come back and be able to testify and finish up the
Yes.
testimony of his
We'll be
company
waiting.
and all of that. So yeah.
We'll be waiting. And like you said, always have that 2-minute elevator pitch ready, right? Because you just
Yes.
never know.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sharvette. I appreciate you. And we look forward to hearing more and seeing more from you in the
Thank you.
future and the near future.
Yeah.
Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. What a wonderful chat always with Miss Charvette. And so we are excited every time she comes into the lounge. I'm excited for everybody that comes in the lounge. We're excited when she comes. She actually, and I didn't say this while she was here, but I did say I want to give her flowers. She actually was my first guest ever. My first guest when I restarted. She is also the person who helps me to even learn how to come online and to do the online presence. So uh, I really appreciate her and I'm thankful for all that she has shared. So as we close tonight's conversation, I just want to remind every woman watching and listening, you're not an accident, you're not invisible, you're not optional. Your voice carries weight and your presence carries influence. Your vision carries legacy. So, our International Women's History Month is not just about celebration, but it's about recognition that women have shaped history. And we are shaping society today, and we will continue shaping the future with wisdom, courage, and conviction. As you heard her say, our guests, we thank you so much. There's so much that we can offer. So don't hold back. And so, to Sharvette, thank you for sharing your journey, your heart, and your impact. Your work is a reminder that when one woman walks boldly in her calling, she creates space for others to rise. All right. So, to every woman under the sound of my voice, protect your value, preserve your vision, and pursue your purpose. This is Miss G. And here in the Ladies Lounge, we don't just talk about momentum, we live it. See you next week when we will host Miss Santrice Fitzgerald. The flyer is there. You can see all of our guests. But this is going to be one of those different conversations. She is a doula. I have never in my life spoken to a doula before, but we're going to be excitedly chatting with her. We know that there's been so much around those subjects, so we are glad that she's coming on to discuss that with us. Thank you so much, Dr. Z, for being here on tonight. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Elder Carlethia. Thank you, all of those that didn't chat with us, but we know you're out there. Thank you and have a great night, everyone.